Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. This will help me get my content out to like-minded readers. My name is Sophia. I read all genres. I also thrift and leave reviews both on Goodreads, Fable, and for NetGalley as well. So what I would like to do with this channel is leave a video once a week minimum of either updated wrap-ups, book reviews for NetGalley, thrifted book finds, home decor, vlogs, lifestyle, and then I leave a lot of shorts once per day. So make sure you check out my shorts content because I will be sharing all of the books from my home library. This is only a very small selection of all of the books in my home. Now, let's get to it. This is the stack that I'm going to be speaking about today. First up, we have Henning Mankel's Faceless Killers. I was shocked that I had not heard of this book because I read a lot of thrillers, especially crime thrillers. And this is a book that is a international bestseller, and it says an exquisite novel of mesmerizing depth and suspense by the Los Angeles Times. It also says it's a satisfying crime novel from the Wall Street Journal, and it's an intelligent, moving thriller that's the very best of its kind, the Times. So obviously I need to read this. Next up, we have Joe Abercrombie, Half a King. Now, I have Joe Abercrombie for The Blade itself. I have not read it yet. It's been on my TBR. But I saw this at a Goodwill, and George R.R. Martin left a little review on the front page, so I'm going to read that to you guys. It says, a fast-paced tale of betrayal and revenge that grabbed me from page one and refused to let go. It says it's tremendously entertaining, lightning fast, filled with wonderful collections of villains, two-faced bastards, and that Joe Abercrombie wastes no time with getting swept up in a gripping tale of betrayal and revenge. I'm gonna eat it up. It's giving like Witcher vibes. It's giving a little bit of like sci-fi fantasy vibes too, so I'm excited to see what comes of this. And look at that. I love the cover. Okay, now you guys know I ate up Molka, and this is also by Monica Kim, The Eyes Are the Best Part. I saw this at a Books A Million and I had to buy it. I just had to. Look at that. Now, I really enjoyed Molka. It is dark horror. Like, it had to do with illegal filming of women in public spaces, and I felt like it was done really well. It is graphic, it is dark, so be warned. But Molka is kind of on the similar train here. It says, a brilliantly inventive, subversive novel about a young Korean-American woman's descent into obsession and murder from the visionary mind of Monica Kim that will leave readers mesmerized and craving for more. So basically, I'm noticing a trend here in Monica Kim's writings where women get screwed over and there is a deliciously dark response that takes place, and it's so good. If you like weird girl books, if you like women fiction but put a horror twist on it, I recommend this. Next we have Dungeons and Drama by Kirsty Boyce. Look at the cover. The cover is just super adorable. There's miniatures, there's puzzles, there's games, board games, there's this like fantasy vibe going on, musical interest. Now, I've never played D&D, so don't come for me, but I do love board games, and I definitely had an interest in fantasy and magic since I was little, but more like medieval vibes, so maybe I should get into playing. But it says, rolling the dice on love. No one loves musicals more than Riley Morris. Her dream is to be a Broadway director, but when the spring show is canceled, Riley has to figure out a way to bring it back. Basically, she convinces her coworker, Nathan Wheeler, this floppy-haired, glasses-wearing guy that she barely knows from school, to help her. So these two end up becoming a couple here, and it's basically fake dating trope, and I think that it's super cute, super whimsical, very magical, creative, and a fun short romance that I like to break up with all of the heavy dark stuff that I read. So I recommend this just based off of the cover. I will obviously leave reviews as I get through these books for you guys. I'm just recommending based off of my thoughts at the time of purchase. Now, this book I have heard a lot about, The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. Look at this gorgeous cover. Beautiful, eerie, mystical, dark, decrepit. Look at that house. And Stephen King even says it's a true nerve shredder. Yes, please. It says it's an indie pick, a Library Reads top 10 pick, a Library Journal editor's pick, and also named one of the best 50 horror books of all time by Esquire. Who knows how vetted that is, but it says, in a boarded up house on a dead end street at the edge of the wild Washington woods live a family of 3. A young girl who isn't allowed outside, not after last time. A man who drinks alone in front of his TV, trying to ignore the gaps in his memory. And a house cat who loves napping and reading the Bible. Okay, I mean, that got me already, because what the F is going on? An unspeakable secret binds them together, but when a new neighbor moves in next door, what is buried out among the birch trees may come back to haunt them all. It says that this is an immersive and shocking journey that will keep you guessing until the last page. Sold. And my favorite color is green, so obviously I was drawn to that. I did find that at Barnes & Noble. I did take advantage of the buy one get one 50% off, and the other book that I got was Nat Cassidy's Mary. This is my last one for this video. I did find this Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs from a local Goodwill. It was $3.99. There you go. But it's a hardback, and it has this really pretty cover, and it's kind of following the dark, moody, twisted, like Brothers Grimm vibes. So the back of this says, before Miss Peregrine gave them a home, the story of Peculiars was written in the Tales. So if you don't know, there's an entire series here, and there are 3, I believe. Yes. Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and Library of Souls. So this book is a collective of the eerie, creepy, spooky stories that is mixed into all 3 of these books. So, for example, it says, wealthy cannibals who dine on the discarded limbs of Peculiars, a forked-tongue princess, the origins of the first Imbrine. These are but a few of the truly brilliant and haunting stories and tales of the peculiar, known to hide information about the peculiar world, first introduced by Ransom Riggs in his #1 best-selling Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series. So, this is basically reminding me of when you see like the Harry Potter books that come out, where it's like the dark tales of the the Deathly Hallows, not Deathly Hallows, I'm getting these mixed up, the Tales of the Beetle and the Bard. Like when you see little short books like that laying around at Books A Million, Target, Barnes & Noble, it's kind of like that. It's like a 3rd, 4th edition little tie-in short story read about these little fantastical either tales, beasts, etc., from within the overall series that's been released. So, and again, it's green, it's gold, it's shimmery. I'm drawn to green. I love it. And it's just got this very nice cover, but if you look closely amongst the tree, there are all these other images that appear. And the more you look, the more you see. There's a fish here, a crown, crickets, snakes, birds, and anchor. So I just thought that that was really clever. So that is all I have for you guys right now. Please be sure to like and subscribe this video. I am also on Instagram, TikTok, all the things really. I am going to do my best here to make a presence for people who really enjoy reading books, but also rating and reviewing books based off of more than just the trope. I want to be nitpicky. I love to look at the cover art. I love to look at, you know, the depth of the characters, the plot. I want to see more than just these regurgitated books that are coming out. It's kind of driving me crazy. So I think if we as readers get to be a little bit more specific, more nitpicky, we start as a community leaving reviews of what we like and did not like, not just regarding maybe the book itself, but even the cover art or you know, the inspiration behind it. It can really help publishers maybe make a turn and really try to push better books for people like us who are constantly buying books, listening to books, borrowing books from the library. I think it'll make a difference. So that is all for now. I hope you guys will follow me and check back in the morning for tomorrow's next upload, which will be another short video.